Ford Ranger. Now I found a radiator leak. So to get the radiator out, well, let's see here. I gotta go look at the radiator, but really it just slips out. Disconnect the hose on the bottom, disconnect the hose on this side. There's a pedcock on that side. It's a two-piece. See, there's two radiators. There's this inner one. It's like an inch thick. Then there's this other one that I'll go show in a second. So I just kept the coolant. I'll just filter it. So here it is in the shop. I think if you look through this magnifying glass, you see that crack right there? I think I can fix that. I think that's where it's leaking from. I mean, I got into the car and that's where it looked like it was. It's either leaking right in where my thumbnail is. If you can see that. Or right there. So I'm going to try to fix that. These things cost, the car costs $800. This radiator is about between $300 and $450. Yeah, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. This metal piece here clamps this plastic to this aluminum, and actually I think it was leaking right in the seam where they're pulled together. So it was, it's worth a try. I mean, probably took half hour to take it out, maybe an hour. I mean, if this works, it'll save me a ton of money. Like I say, this is one of these is like half the price of what the truck cost. Okay, I'm putting the radiator back in. I was going to show anybody interested how to take it out. If the super glue doesn't work, you'll never see this video. But the way to take this out is there's a bolt here. I just slipped it in. You just slip it into that slot right there. See the black flange into the rubber? Take out this bolt, one there. Then this is gonna bolt, this shroud is gonna bolt here and there. You don't have to take the fan off or anything. But down there, see that fitting? Below that fitting, you see the slot on the shroud? I mean the wing, that goes into that slot and it goes in the other slot. So that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, 2 radiator hoses down below, 1 up above, and they came right off no problem. And then this mess here, the air cleaner, just 1 screw here, right there, and this fits over here and this clamps on. And then this hose is going to run over to here. I can do that right now. And then these fit into here. And here's my fix. Well, you can't even see the fix. It's down in there. I don't know if I said this. I put that super glue on thick, but the way to dry it fast is put baking powder on it. So that's it. I'm just going to and the coolant, I just got a paint filter and just I dumped it all in that white. It was in that white bucket. Just held a paint filter over the top of this and poured it in there. And in the very bottom of the pan there was a bunch of junk, and I just dumped that in that bush. Yeah, I must have left the door open or light on or something because the battery went dead. So I'm jumping it with my escape. Let it warm up and see if it leaks. It was leaking right here. So it'll warm up. Okay, it's warmed up. I just was pushing the throttle. Thermostat's open. And that's where it was leaking, right there. Nothing. Let's see if it holds. It might, because it was at the plastic seam. I just poured what I did is I just opened that seam up a little bit, poured some in, then it's got aluminum next to it, and I just, like I said, I poured a bunch in. I mean, it was a crack. And then I hit the seam back, and then I poured a bunch over it. I won't be surprised if it holds, only because it's plastic. So, I hope it works, I hope it lasts. I called the auto parts store, they said this was $400. Like I said, I think they said at the auto parts store, $470, something ridiculous. For the Radiator shop I called in Tacoma, which is about an hour and a half from here, they wanted like $280 with tax and gas. So, success for now.